Zeus and Jupiter, the kings of the gods. Zeus, the Greek ruler of Mount Olympus, wielded his mighty thunderbolt to enforce justice and command respect. Jupiter, his Roman counterpart, was equally electrifying, known for his power and authority over the heavens and earth. Who do you think would win a thunderbolt-throwing contest? Both Zeus and Jupiter were seen as protectors of the state and upholders of law and order. Zeus's thunderbolt, crafted by the Cyclopes, symbolized his immense power and ability to control the skies. Jupiter's thunderbolt, similarly, was a symbol of his supreme authority and his role as a divine judge. Zeus was famous for his numerous love affairs, which often led to dramatic stories and mythological tales. On the other hand, Jupiter also had his fair share of romantic escapades, adding to his legendary status. Despite their flirtatious natures, both gods were revered as the ultimate protectors and enforcers of divine justice. Ares and Mars, the ultimate war gods, with a twist. Ares, the Greek god, loved the chaos and bloodshed of battle. He was all about raw, untamed war. Meanwhile, Mars, his Roman counterpart, was not only a war god, but also a father figure for the Roman people and a guardian of their state. Mars was much more revered by the Romans than Ares was by the Greeks. While Ares was often seen as a necessary evil, Mars was considered one of the most important gods in Roman religion, second only to Jupiter. While Ares was associated with the frenzy and brutality of war, Mars was also a god of agriculture, symbolizing the balance between destruction and fertility. It's like he was saying, "Sure, I can conquer your lands, but I can also help you plant some corn afterward." That's maize for our non-American viewers. Despite his fearsome nature, Ares wasn't always successful in battle. He was once trapped in a bronze jar for an entire year by two giants. Mars, however, rarely faced such humiliations, maintaining his dignity as a symbol of Roman valor and strength. Whether you're on Team Ares or Team Mars, there's no denying these gods brought their A-game to the battlefield. Poseidon and Neptune, the gods of the sea. Ever wonder what kind of weapons these underwater titans wielded? Poseidon carried a trident that could stir the oceans and shake the earth, earning him the nickname Earthshaker. Neptune, his Roman counterpart, also wielded a trident, but he preferred to focus on freshwater and navigation. Who needs Google Maps? Did you know Poseidon was also considered the god of horses? Talk about a diverse portfolio. He created the first horse and had a soft spot for these majestic creatures. Neptune, meanwhile, was celebrated during the Roman festival Neptunalia, which involved lots of water-related games and feasts. Imagine the ultimate pool party, but with togas. While Poseidon had a bit of a temper and was known for causing shipwrecks and storms, when angered, as one does, Neptune was a bit more chill, unless you messed with his temples or sacred springs. Both gods ruled their aquatic domains with a mix of power and grace. And let's be honest, a trident is the coolest accessory a god can have. Whether you're Team Poseidon or Team Neptune, one thing's for sure, these gods knew how to make a splash in the mythological world. Hera and Juno, the queens of the gods. Hera, Zeus's wife, was the Greek goddess of marriage, family, and childbirth, known for her regal presence and fierce jealousy. Juno, her Roman counterpart, was similarly the protector of women and children and the patroness of marriage and childbirth. Hera was known for her jealous nature, often punishing Zeus's numerous lovers and their offspring. Despite this, she was also a protector of married women and presided over the sanctity of marriage. Juno, while also known for her jealousy, was revered as a strong motherly figure who guided and protected Roman women. Both Hera and Juno symbolize the power and sanctity of marriage and family. Their stories remind us of the complexities of love, loyalty, and the protective instincts of a mother and wife. With their regal stature and unwavering dedication, Hera and Juno stand as timeless symbols of matrimonial devotion and strength. Aphrodite and Venus, the goddesses of love, beauty, and everything swoon-worthy. Aphrodite, born from sea foam, was all about love, beauty, and passion. Her Roman counterpart, Venus, shared these traits, but also had a hand in fertility and victory. Talk about multitasking. Both goddesses had their fair share of dramatic love stories. Aphrodite was married to Hephaestus, the god of blacksmiths, coming up later in the video, but had a notorious affair with Ares, the god of war. Naughty, naughty. Talk about mixing business with pleasure. Venus, on the other hand, was the lover of Mars, Ares' Roman equivalent, and played a significant role in many love affairs and mythological dramas. When it came to ideals and domains, Aphrodite was all about the power of love and attraction. She could spark love and desire in gods and mortals alike, often with just a glance. Venus, while equally enchanting, also had a strategic side, influencing not just personal relationships, but political alliances and victories. She was a goddess of love with a touch of ambition, helping her followers win both hearts and battles. Whether you think Aphrodite or Venus would have had a better Tinder profile, one thing's for sure: these goddesses knew how to make hearts flutter and civilizations thrive. Athena and Minerva, the goddesses of wisdom, war strategy, and all things brainy. Athena, the Greek goddess, was known for her wisdom, fairness, and fierce battle skills. Born fully armed from Zeus's head, she didn't waste any time making an entrance. Her Roman counterpart, Minerva, was equally sharp, but had a bit more focus on the finer things in life, like arts and crafts. Athena invented many things, including the bridle, which allowed humans to tame horses, and the flute, although she never played it herself. Minerva was also seen as a goddess of medicine and doctors, adding a layer of healing to her already impressive resume. Athena turned the boastful weaver Arachne into a spider, teaching humility. Minerva was often depicted with an owl and a snake, symbols of wisdom and renewal. Whether it's Athena's strategy or Minerva's creativity, these goddesses showed that intelligence and art are a powerful combination. They proved that wisdom isn't just about knowing what to do in war, but also about nurturing the arts, crafts, and justice. Apollo? Yep, he's one of the few gods who kept his name in both Greek and Roman mythology. The god of the sun, music, and prophecy. Ever wonder why they didn't bother changing his name? Maybe they thought, why mess with perfection? Roman Apollo was all about light, truth, and the arts. He could bring health and plague, showcasing his dual nature. The Romans also worshipped him as a god of healing, music, and prophecy, and his influence extended to various aspects of life. Whether you're admiring Apollo's musical skills or seeking his prophetic wisdom, it's clear why both Greeks and Romans revered him. With Apollo on your side, you get the best of sun, music, and insight. Hermes and Mercury, the messenger gods. Hermes, with his winged sandals, was the Greek god of trade, thieves, and travel. Mercury, his Roman counterpart, also served as a guide to the underworld and a protector of merchants. Hermes was known for his trickster nature, using his wits to outsmart gods and mortals alike. Mercury, similarly, was a master of commerce and communication, vital to Roman trade and travel. Hermes was the only Olympian capable of crossing freely between the mortal and the divine worlds, thanks to his winged sandals. Mercury's festival, Mercuralia, was celebrated by merchants who sprinkled their heads and ships with water for good luck. Whether you're Team Hermes or Team Mercury, these gods showcased the importance of speed, communication, and cleverness. With their winged sandals, they were always one step ahead. Hephaestus and Vulcan, the gods of fire and blacksmithing. Hephaestus, the Greek god, was known for his skill in crafting weapons and armor for the gods, despite his physical disability. Vulcan, his Roman counterpart, had a fiery temper and was also a master blacksmith. The word volcano comes from Vulcan, reflecting his association with destructive fire and metalworking. Hephaestus's workshop was said to be located under a volcano, explaining eruptions as a result of his labor. Hephaestus crafted many famous items, including Achilles' armor and Hermes' winged sandals. Vulcan, similarly, was known for creating powerful weapons and tools for the Roman gods. Both were masters of fire and metal, turning raw materials into divine artifacts. Hephaestus was married to Aphrodite, adding a twist to his story with beauty and the blacksmith. Vulcan's festival, Vulcanalia, involved sacrifices and bonfires to protect against destructive fires. Whether in the forge or dealing with divine drama, Hephaestus and Vulcan showed that even gods of fire could create wonders. Their skills turned the raw power of fire into incredible creations, proving that sometimes the heat is just what you need to craft perfection. Hestia and Vesta, the goddesses of the hearth and home. Hestia, the Greek goddess, was known for her virginity and her role in maintaining the household fire. Vesta, her Roman counterpart, was central to the Roman family and state, with her eternal flame cared for by the Vestal Virgins. The Vestal Virgins had to maintain their vow of chastity for 30 years. Failing to do so resulted in severe punishments. Hestia, one of the original 12 Olympians, gave up her throne for Dionysus to keep peace among the gods. Hestia's hearth was a center of family life, symbolizing warmth and security. Vesta's eternal flame was a powerful symbol of Rome's enduring spirit and unity. Both goddesses embody the essence of home and community. Hestia's name means hearth in Greek, underscoring her importance in domestic life. Vesta's temples, where her sacred flame burned, were among the most important religious sites in Rome. Whether it's Hestia's quiet presence in every home, or Vesta's eternal flame, these goddesses show the enduring power of the hearth. They remind us of the importance of home, family, and community, lighting the way through the ages. Dionysus and Bacchus, the gods of wine, revelry, and ecstasy. Dionysus, the Greek god, was the life of the party, known for his wild festivals and ability to induce madness. Bacchus, his Roman counterpart, brought similar festivities with an added focus on agriculture and fertility. Dionysus was accompanied by a group of frenzied female followers called Maenads, who danced and celebrated in his honor. Bacchus, while also celebrated with wild festivities, was associated with the productivity of vines and the earth, blending merriment with fertility. Dionysus was associated with the theater, inspiring many plays and performances. His influence on arts and culture was profound, making him a patron of drama. Whether you're celebrating with Dionysus or Bacchus, these gods knew how to throw the ultimate party. They remind us of the importance of joy, freedom, and the occasional wild celebration to balance life's responsibilities. Hades and Pluto, the gods of the underworld. Hades ruled over the dead and was often depicted as stern but just. Pluto, while similar, was also associated with wealth and the riches found underground. The word Pluto comes from the Greek word pluton, meaning wealth, reflecting his connection to riches found in the earth. Hades had a three-headed dog, Cerberus, to guard the entrance of the underworld, preventing the dead from leaving and the living from entering. Hades was often portrayed as a misunderstood god rather than evil. He ruled the underworld with a sense of duty, ensuring the balance of life and death. Pluto's realm was not just a place of the dead, but also a source of precious metals and minerals, symbolizing both death and abundance. Hades' abduction of Persephone and her eventual return to the surface world for part of the year explains the changing seasons, showing his influence on the life above. Pluto's role extended to Roman rituals and beliefs about the afterlife, emphasizing the importance of honoring the dead and the earth's resources. Whether you view Hades as a stern guardian or Pluto as a god of wealth, these deities remind us of the inevitable cycle of life and death. They teach us to respect the balance and the treasures hidden beneath the surface. If you want to be a great ball of knowledge yourself, be awesome and leave your inputs on the video or suggest any other video ideas below.